What's up, you filthy casuals? Welcome to the Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, a podcast all about everything PC gaming. I'm just kidding. A podcast all about the irreverent love of gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Jeremiah, and tonight I'm joined by Joel at his phone.
Hey guys.
And Dave. Welcome back, Dave.
I'm here too.
Joel, should we give you a minute? Because I actually was going to open the podcast. Really. I was going to open the podcast by talking to you about something. And once again,
I'm sorry. Eric sent me a text. It's these.
Oh my.
He said, okay,
You got the vapors.
he's watching a documentary, and all he texts is, Sarah noticed his nipples are raging hard the entire time.
Joel,
you are 50.
All right, Joel. For everybody,
that's all you need to know about Joel is that someone would think to text him that and nothing else, and he enjoyed it. Someone thought of him in that moment.
Oh, sorry.
For everybody who missed you last week, how did the ping pong tournament go?
It kind of sucked. Because the intramural leader, the people running the event, didn't do their job. So it was really awkward. We all show up, okay, first there was 20 people who joined and said they were coming, and then only 6 showed up.
Right, of course.
Yeah, which sucked. And then a lot of people that showed up were literally just people that are putting their phones up trying to stream them playing, and they can't play ping pong to save their lives. Except for one guy who was actually really good. And so I beat everyone except for just this one guy. He has a really excellent serve, so I'm coming back next time. I'm only coming back one more time, but I'm just coming back to beat this one guy because I'm going to handle his spin, basically. But other than, it was fun. It was just it was 3 ping pong tables side by side, really close, and they didn't even kick off the rest of the college students playing on the other ping pong table. So you have people just hitting the ball like idiots, and then the ball would fly over on your table, and they'd walk behind you really close, so you're swinging, and it was just frustrating. It was this is not fun at all. So we're thinking about joining a local club team here in our town.
Oh, so the ping pong dream's not over. Okay,
it's not.
Okay.
We're trying to play each day. It's a blast.
You're just trying to find a more serious league.
Build that empire.
Yeah, exactly. It's a blast.
Part of me wants to get back into it. Part of me knows that's probably a dark road to go down.
Joining a
ping pong league? That doesn't sound like something you do
there's
casually.
A place, it literally costs $1, but they if you want to just play against people that are a little bit more serious in the sense of they might give you a couple tips or, pointers and stuff like that, but it's more official. They have point scoring and stuff. So it's just, it feels more like you're actually playing table tennis and not just knocking around and just casual.
Gotcha.
I need a little bit of challenge in my life, and I enjoy that kind of I guess competition sports wise. I love it. So I would do that more for beach volleyball, but I can't find another 2 people that play decently enough at the same time.
And who have enough baby oil, they're all ready to get all shined up and just get out there.
Yeah.
Or so you're in there with your ping pong paddle, just take it to the limit.
Exactly. Sylvester Stallone, montage music.
Actually, now saying that kind of does sound like a lot of fun. Anyway, we're starting the podcast like we always do with thanking our Patreon backers. Thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. We've picked up quite a few of you guys over the last couple months. And the first dumb thing that goes out to the higher tier backers is coming out very soon. It's vape related. That's all I'll say. But I want to stress again, it's a dumb thing. It's not cool. It's not something a lot of effort's been put into. It's a dumb thing that you might laugh at. Probably not laugh with, probably laugh at. But thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. It pays for stuff like our Teamspeak server, which is a community server. You guys are always welcome to hop in and check out. It pays for podcast hosting, website hosting, everything like that. So thank you all. But we had a new pledge last week, and we didn't read their voice because they requested that Joel do a specific voice. And now Joel's here, and Joel has been practicing to do this voice. So Joel...
a little bit.
You told me you were practicing, so I've been assuming it's been at least a couple hours, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So Kendall pledged, and he wants me to do a Russian plumber voice. So, Kendall, Kendall wants me to talk about my plumbing job. I go over to people's houses, and I like to plumb. Plumbing is what I do. My mom taught me how to plumb, and this is what I do. I plumb. I take the pipes. I put the podcast money in, and I plumb left and the right, and up and a down, and the plumb. I'm going.
I put the pipes together.
That's what you wanted, Kendall. That's what you wanted, didn't you? You wanted me to go back to Italian.
For a minute, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna do it. And I was like, oh, is he? And I thought for a second, it's like he's transitioning. He's gonna transition on purpose. Ooh, this is clever. And then I saw your face, like, nope, it's just happening.
He can't hold it. He can't hold it.
That was good though.
I fixed the pipes, the left and the right.
There we are.
Plumbing.
You were convincingly Russian. As an American who doesn't speak Russian or firsthand know any Russian people who I've heard talk lately, that sounded pretty Russian for the first sentence or two. So good job. But now we will transition from that smoothly into the main topic tonight. And the main topic is something we've wanted to actually talk about for a while. A fun, lighthearted topic. And this week seemed like a good week to do it. Here's the topic. There are too many good games. Too many of them being released. Too many in our back catalogs. There's so many good things we can't get back to playing them. It's getting worse now. Dave and I sometimes get stuff just for the channel to play for the channel. Or like we'll get offered a free key for something. It looks cool. We want to check it out. But then a new thing comes along and we can't. And it's kind of ridiculous. But it's ridiculous in a good way. It's a good problem. And we're going to talk about it. So does anyone want to kick us off? All right, then I will start.
I'm too busy playing too many games. Too many fun games.
So my Steam library is starting to look like the Steam of Dreams, which is my name for Dave's Steam library, which has some of Dave's the long-running Let's Plays, like the 2 years he's gotten into Alien Isolation. Is that still installed, Dave?
It is installed. Last played does not say anymore. Total playtime 4 hours.
Delete it right now. Click the delete button, Dave.
Delete it or launch it right now.
Delete it.
Launch it.
Delete it.
There goes Sid
open it
Meier's
now.
Railroads
Stream
again.
it. Stream it now.
So yeah, that's my name for Dave's, because Dave starts a lot of games and then he's just like the rest of us. We have to move on to other things. The difference is most of the rest of us delete the games and move on. Not as quick as Joel. I'm somewhere between Dave and Joel. Joel will finish it and be like, well, I don't need to play that again till Friday. Uninstalls the game. And then Friday's like, oh crap, got to start installing that again. You probably uninstalled and reinstalled DayZ 15
a billion times.
Yeah. Which it should just stay uninstalled now, honestly. Like it should probably just stay uninstalled for a while.
What's your guess? Do you think it's installed? I don't remember. I'm opening Steam right now.
You played with John like 3 months ago, didn't you? I'm guessing it's still installed because you forgot to uninstall. Because you played with him a couple months ago and then didn't really talk about it. So.
Oh, it doesn't want to open.
Well, while he's doing that.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
Oh, is it? You let me know.
You can keep going. I'll let you know whenever it updates.
Okay, so here is what's installed currently on my computer, just on Steam. This is not counting Uplay and Origin. Just on Steam, the games that I pretend like I'm actually playing. Age of Empires 2, a little bit different. I only play that with my brother. Ark Survival Evolved. Arma 3, doesn't count. That's a regular. Assetto Corsa. I've played a half hour. Batman the Telltale series. Batman Arkham Knight, which has been installed literally since last year when it came out. I have 2 hours of playtime, which includes recording for the Potato Masher video.
Just delete it.
I really want to play it, though. It's good.
Not enough.
Ooh, City Skylines. Which I last played, it doesn't say. Dark Souls 3, but I'm just leaving that installed for the DLC. That's a little different. DayZ. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Having a hard time getting back to that just because there's other stuff. Dirt Rally. Been playing a lot of co-op and multiplayer and stuff, but I've barely made it into the campaign at all.
Jeremiah, you just reminded me, I completely forgot about Dark Souls, like months ago.
Because you bought it on PS4.
Joel and I were playing it, though, and then I ran out of the embers, and that was like in May.
Well, we'll have a second burst of Dark Souls once the DLC comes out.
So you guys can be even further ahead of me. Perfect.
But it doesn't matter. It could be any game. Same with any game, Dave. Once you get stuck on 2 games, like you're just stuck on them for a long period of time. So
Another
Fallout ruined you. If you didn't have Fallout building, you'd have a hell of a lot of time.
I have a lot more armor building.
Now I do have 19 hours in Doom. but I haven't beaten Doom because that is, plus the Potato Masher recording, that's several attempted playthroughs, and there's game updates and they lose my save, which is happening to tons of people, and it's ticking me off. I'm not sure if I'll ever go back to it at this point, but I really love that game. Dying Light, I've played for 2 hours. Super fun. GTA 5 doesn't count. Just Cause 3, I've played 3 hours. It was a lot of fun. 3 hours. Colot, I've played an hour and a half. Ton of fun. That's not a real long game, but still haven't gotten into that much. Kingdom Come. There's been a bunch of like patches and stuff to Kingdom Come. There's actual content now. Haven't gotten back to that. Another game. The secret game I'm playing, Joel. Remember?
The secret? Wait, what?
Yeah. For what are you playing this week? Remember, I'm going back and playing an old game and seeing if I like it. Yeah. And you get one.
Are you
guess.
still playing it?
Yeah, you get one guess each week.
Oh, yeah.
Don't cheat and go look at my Steam profile.
I won't.
Okay.
I'm going to, 'cause I'm curious.
Project Cars. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I am beating. I'm just 8 hours into it, and I have owned it for 6 months. Rocket League doesn't really count. Squad counts. Total War Attila counts, and We Happy Few. That's just what's installed through Steam. And most of those games I either kind of want to play or really want to play. And I play them, and then something else comes up, and I hop over to that for a few hours, and then try to get back to it, and then there's been 5 different releases, and it just like with Just Cause 3, you just wave as it slips away. Or Arkham Knight, it was always on the, okay, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to start Arkham Knight. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to start Arkham Knight. And then it just fell farther and farther behind the list. And I know Arkham Knight is an awesome game. Like, Arkham Knight was, except for the PC initial release, was met with like nothing but praise. Universally loved, pretty much, and just can't get back to it. So what about you guys?
It's funny, you guys all talking about that actually made me think, I wonder how much that affects you guys even worse just because of you guys do a YouTube channel where you have to, like, if there's a new game that comes out, like, if there's a new game that comes out and you're really interested, right? Mm-hmm. If you weren't doing YouTube, you'd be like, I don't need to play it. I'll just wait till I finish this game because I'm already enjoying this game. But since you guys do kind of want to play a game generally when it comes out, because that works better for actually, advertising and all that kind of stuff for getting the game out, depending what it is. I wonder how much that does ruin some of your time. Obviously, I mean, everything takes time to do, but because when certain games come out, they kind of take over that section. Like, if Dark Souls 3 is out, well, the next month a new game comes out. It doesn't matter what happens right there. You kind of go, oh, I'm really excited to play this game, but I need to record it now because it doesn't make much sense to record it like a year later.
Right.
For the certain type of game, to review it or whatever. Right. Where I am kind of, I guess, a little bit unshackled from that. So I'm more of like, my schedule's more of, okay, what games are coming up that I'm really excited to play. I generally think about what giant open world game is coming out that I'm excited to play, and I kind of go, okay, am I really interested in playing that? Yes. Okay. Well, that's gonna be a lot of time commitment for that game. Let me finish a lot of these games before that. But right now I'm kind of juggling between Witcher, Fallout, and
Deus Ex?
Yeah, Deus Ex. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, those 3 right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And honestly, Nuka World's just been, I love it. I'm having just a blast. My wife just loves Disney World and all that kind of stuff.
Now, what
theme parks?
What games have come out like in the past year or so, or maybe even 2 years, because it's games you haven't been able to get back to, that you've played some and then you just can't get back to them because of other things like Fallout or The Witcher?
I would say Just Cause 3. I really enjoyed it. It was part because there was a patch that came out at one point that just ruined the FPS.
Oh, did it have that patch when you were playing it on vacation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna, like the one before, like there was a patch that came out and I was like, okay, this is a lot better. And it seriously was a lot better. Went to the beach vacation. It updated one more thing. It was awful. I mean, it really was awful.
It looked like you were playing in slow motion.
Yeah,
like,
it was. And I was like, all right, this is bad.
Like they should have been
So I've been
embarrassed.
waiting. Yeah, I've been waiting. But by the time didn't hear about a patch, I forget what game came out after that that I was really interested in playing.
Dark Souls was pretty close after the beach vacation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was that, and then it was also I think Witcher 3 DLC, one of those two as well. So there's a bunch that just kind of came out, and I was like, dang it. Batman Arkham Knight, I'm 18 hours in. I'm like really near the end. It's been such a slow going process, not because I haven't wanted to play it, but it is on my PC, and I just never, like, anytime I get on my PC, I want to work on Norman or work on a project or something, so I just never, not really in the mood to play a game usually. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a fabulous game, but just takes a long time for
It's
me.
like me and my PS4. Whenever I boot it, I just want to go right to Netflix.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you get the PS4 Pro, man. You can stream it to your computer in the back. Might actually be worth it to be able to play some more stuff
to my computer with it.
Because think of it. You're just think of. Well, don't you have a 1080p screen on the right?
I do, but I meant the graphics card, not 1080p.
Oh, sorry.
Like, stream my PS4 to my...
I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't that be kind of cool to be able to have that if you're sitting here working on some Fallout thing and you're like, hey, do you want to play Battlefront for a few? And you just grab a controller and you're jumping in.
Yeah, if it works well, I think that could be nice.
Yeah.
Dave, I was saying that when Joel's done with Norman and gets his Mac editing rig or something, we ought to take his computer and convert it to like a ITX home theater case, stick it in the living room, get him set up with a controller or something so he can still
cool.
play his PC games but do it in the way that he likes. It'd be a fun project to like convert an existing computer to working in a living room setting.
I'll just buy him a 200-foot HDMI cable, like a thick cable.
Then
and
all you gotta do, Joel, is
hallway.
run up the stairs and turn it on, run up the stairs, plug in the HDMI cable.
Unroll the spool of cable just down the stairs.
I heard that.
I mean, a game that's coming out, or a DLC that's coming out, is Star Wars Battlefront Death Star, which I am wildly excited about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be like, damn it, because like I'm getting into Fallout. I have actually almost 100% of the game. We're getting really close for the main world. Like, there's not much left for me to discover. I've pretty much done almost everything. So I feel like I have maybe 10% left in the main game. And then I'm kind of taking my time with Nuka World because I'm really enjoying that. And Witcher's one of those games where I'm like, I can pick it back up anytime. I haven't been in the mood too much to play it recently because I think Dave and I have been playing so much Gwent at work that's like, I got my Witcher fix.
And that one Friday where you played for like 3 hours while I watched and just critiqued your Gwent skills the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars is coming out. And then honestly, I mean, I'm really excited for Battlefield 1. I had a blast. I was actually really sad that the beta went away.
Question.
Yeah.
So, are you going to get that on PC or PS4?
I'm getting it on PC. Yeah, I'm excited to play with you guys.
He owes me for Battlefront.
Well, no,
he
I
has to.
was curious because I know you played the beta with your brother, so I didn't know if you were getting it on.
I will probably have it on both because I think Joy is excited to play it too because she played with me in the beta. And
yeah, we gotta get the old squad back together.
But yeah, I mean the game was a lot of fun.
I heard that.
Yeah, you all right? Oh,
yeah, I'm fine.
I did that once, hit my funny bone. I'm like, oh, this ain't funny.
I'm a grown man. What are you talking about? My voice always sounds like this. Yeah,
I'm not crying. I'm just. Very sad.
I'm so much more excited for Battlefield 1 than I thought I was going to be, and
yeah,
I'm excited to get the old squad back together. It should be fun. It is kind of funny. Like as soon as you started playing the Battlefield 1 beta, all the old squad members that start crawling out of the woodwork, like. They see the origin thing pop up. Ooh, it's time.
You just said that. I just picture Pirates of the Caribbean 2, like the people coming out from the ship, like the crustaceans, like somebody say Battlefield.
Is it good?
What's the pre-order bonuses? When Dave said Lawrence of Arabia, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in.
You're gonna pre-order it so hard.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, as soon as I have the money set aside for that, I am setting aside some money.
Because you got to pre-order like 3 games. You got to get 2 PS4 versions and a PC version. It's hard when you got to spend $200 every time a game comes out. That's why Joel doesn't play as many.
I've already been saving up a little bit of money to do the exchange for the PS4 Pro.
Nice.
Really excited.
I don't think pre-orders have gone live again for those. I
mean, so I don't mean pre-orders. I just mean just to buy it or whatever.
No, I know. I was just commenting. I think I was going to pre-order one, and I don't think they've gone live again. I don't care if I get it like a week later. I doubt it's going to be that hard. But Dave, how about you? What's in the Steam of Dreams?
Thing. Yeah, so installed right now. I have,
but not like games that are decent. I want to qualify because you are one of the people that like you could probably talk for 30 minutes about games that are installed that you're not playing.
I'm just gonna scan the top list. This is probably the best description right here. I have my favorites list, and then I have literal tier categories. Like it's called tier 0, 1, and 2. Oh
my. Okay. Never mind. I don't need to say anything. Go ahead.
Like I'll just briefly run over those. In the favorites, it's Fallout 4. You know what? This sums it up right here. Firewatch is in my favorites list. I've been playing Firewatch since February.
It's a 2-hour game.
I'm 3 hours into it, and I think I'm 2/3-ish, maybe halfway through it. Because it's partially because I'm playing it with the wife, so I have to put it on the TV, and like we both have to be totally awake, not tired, not working on chores, and focus on it because I'm really enjoying it. But it's tough to like set aside time to hook up the home theater and focus on it. But right there, I've been playing that game since February. Playing. GTA 5, Kingdom Come Deliverance, all in the favorites list. Rocket League. Now I have 127 hours in Rocket League.
That's
I haven't played in the last couple of weeks, but
hey, we're rumbling tomorrow.
That's right. World in Conflict is in the favorites list. I haven't watched that.
There's the confusion face right there. Yeah,
Dave, the last time you launched that was when you tried to play with me. Like we played once or twice.
It says October 2015. So
did
I
you install it when they were like
Shane.
shutting the servers down and you would like hop in for one last go?
That's what it was. Me, you, Steven, and Shane were going to play last year. But the server stayed, so no rush now. Tier 0, Arma 3, City Skylines, DayZ, Empire Total War. Shadow of Mordor, I doubt I'm going to go back. I really lost interest around the halfway point, but I'm 33 hours into it. I really enjoyed that game. The second area it lost me.
For Mordor?
Yeah. Tier 2, Alien Isolation right at the top. One day.
Oh,
Company Heroes 2.
That's the tier. Is there a tier after Tier 2?
There is. Tier 3.
What could possibly be in Tier 3 if Tier 2 has Alien Isolation in it?
Dishonored DLC. I did beat the main game and most of the DLC. Prison Architect, The Forest, which I don't think is ever going to get updated. Rising Storm, you guys refuse to play with me. Stalker, Call of Pripyat. My Steam edition. Oh, I have a third tier. It's just called One Day? Question mark.
One day.
That's like my not going to play list. I have a not going to play list in Steam.
Under One Day with question mark, it just says Amnesia, a machine for pigs right at the top, and then H1Z1.
Get rid of that right now. Or actually, gosh.
I haven't beaten the first Amnesia. Okay, next category, games to play through. Amnesia The Dark Descent. 6 hours played. Last launched in 2013, I think. And then it just goes down from there. So that's my main tier system. You guys get the idea. A lot of those games I really do want to play. Like, I was blown away that Creative Assembly did such a great polished job on Alien Isolation. And I, like Stalker, love games that don't just like scare you with jump scares, but like literally unnerve you. Like those games, I get immersed in those games, and I actually find them stressful and like unnerving, but I enjoy the experience in short bursts. The problem that I have for games like Alien Isolation is I have hundreds of hours of Fallout 4 left, which is happier immersion that I can enjoy in small doses. So it's just it's tough to hop into a game that's literally going to be stressful, even though I do enjoy it. I've got so many hours of other things, but I've always been like this, where I'll find a piece of content, a book, series, or a game, and just get hooked on it, and like I want to enjoy all of it that there is to have. Like in The Witcher, I've spent half an hour just exploring a creek before. I'm not joking. Just enjoying the scenery.
We know you're not joking.
I'll load the game, turn the UI off. I won't fight with my UI on. Like if I fight boars or monsters out in the woods, I'll just fight with the UI turned off just for my immersion. I'll explore creek bed. Be like, yeah, all right, going to bed now. Like did nothing, that checked anything off. I just enjoyed the experience. And I think it's because when I really do have a game that I enjoy to that level, I just don't want to let go. Like I want to have every bit of it that's possible. The only downside,
I need to seriously hurry up and finish Witcher and Fallout.
Yeah, we need to be able to talk about the ending of Witcher on the podcast.
I just want Dave to be able to have time to play any other game.
But see, that's the thing though. Like I have a lot of games I want to play.
Yeah.
But not enough to rush the things I really enjoy.
Oh, of course. I mean, I don't want you to rush Fallout, but I can't wait when you are kind of done with those. Just like, hey, dude, you should try this game. This is great. Oh gosh, I can't spare 3 hours. I just spent 70 in Fallout.
I look at how I felt when I reached the end of the main quest in Witcher 3, which was not until the beginning of September of last year. So I played from May 18th until then just to beat the main quest. It was 200 some hours. I was so like legitimately sad that it was over, like super crushed. But then I had saved tons of side quests and, you know, horse races and fist fights. And then we had 2 DLCs to look forward to. So for a while I put Witcher aside and then came back to it gradually as the DLCs came out. There's going to come a point where there's just nothing left. And like, I don't know when the next Witcher game is going to be. And it kind of reminds me of when I played through Stalker Call of Pripyat right before the studio went under. We even knew back then that like there was a good chance that was going to be the last Stalker game. And so I beat that game like twice. I installed different mods for it, tried alternate modes, played probably a few hundred hours of what was a pretty small single player game, because I had a feeling this might be the last time that I experienced a Stalker game. And I was right, at least for the time being. I mean, that was 2009. There's no sign that it's coming back. So yeah, I guess I find myself kind of pinned in the corner by what I actually enjoy. And it's I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Like, it doesn't bother me, but I can see how I kind of get stuck. But I'm kind of okay with it, I think.
I think it only bothers me because there are so many games that I look at and like, oh man, I really want to try it because of X reason. Like, it just looks really interesting. There's something this game does that looks really cool and I want to see it.
Yeah.
And then I just can never quite get back around to it. And then, you know, it feels like at some point it just slips away and it's gone. I open up my unplayed list in Steam, which is games I've never even opened, and it's ridiculous. It's a lot of stuff I've gotten on old Steam sales or in Humble Bundles or whatever. There's a lot of that. But there's just game codes I've been given, other stuff I've bought because I wanted to try it, and it's just, I'm never going to get to it. Shatter. I was so excited to play Shatter. Surgeon Simulator. I mean, it's a dumb game, but I was really excited. I wanted to play Surgeon Simulator. I have the entire Telltale The Walking Dead game. I've had it since 2013.
You guys should go on a game vacation. 1 month.
More
one
like a
month.
gaycation.
One month. Take one game you want to play it, and beat it. Be done. Just actually be done with it.
I choose Witcher 3.
Choose a game and just dedicate to that game only.
New Game Plus.
Just play it. Yeah, just play that only.
I typically do only have like one game I'm seriously working on at a time. It's just around all the other stuff.
But I'm just saying, like, no other stuff. Just one game. Just play that one game, solid, that you're really excited to play, and then actually finish it. Because, I mean, with Batman, like, you like it so much, like, I just find, like, what's even the use? Like, you're playing, like, I don't know, it's like starting tons of movies and not finishing any of them.
But that's the point. That's the point, is there are so many that I honestly really want to play. I can't. Mm-hmm. I literally can't play them all. I don't have the time.
Well, don't play all of them. Just
I'm not.
Play one.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like okay, there's some games that actually looked seriously like fun that I wanted to try. Like, I don't know, even the last couple months, just like I don't know. So I'm just like, I know, like, Witcher is already so huge. I don't want to ruin that game, so I'm not adding a ton of other games on there, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of picking a few games, and I'm rocking through them. I'm just going to go for it and finish it.
I want to finish Deus Ex Mankind Divided before Forza Horizon 3 comes out, because I know that's going to be my next game that I really want to sink a lot of time into is absolutely going to be Forza Horizon 3. The problem,
I have a feeling you won't, though.
Forza Horizon 3? I put a lot of time into Horizon 2 and 6. I mean,
with all the games you're already recording and doing, like, when you say I'm putting a lot of time, what is that, like 1 hour? Like a week? Or is it like, you know what I mean?
A couple hours a week for me is a lot of time of anything, just because I have so many other hobbies and things. So if you're suggesting that I put aside my hobbies to just play a game, I wouldn't be happy doing that. If I tried to play like one game for 2 hours every night, I wouldn't enjoy it, just because it would be, unless it was The Witcher.
So I guess that's almost, it could be the problem, is that you're not happy with just one game to play for a while.
But that makes it sound like it's bad, though, and it really.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm just saying, because you have the need to kind of want to jump around a little bit, that makes it really hard to finish one game. Because, I mean, Witcher 3 is amazing. Fallout 3 is amazing. Other games pick other games that you enjoy that are amazing. But because they're all amazing at once, it's so hard. Like, which one do you choose? Which do you have time for? And then a new game comes out. All I'm just saying is, I was like, what if you just went, all right, I'm really excited. I want to play Fallout. Just play it and finish it and be like, all right, that was fun. Okay, sweet. Now maybe try another one. I usually try to have like 1 or 2 games that I'm juggling. That's it. So I have like a single player game I'm playing on my own, like, and then I have one other game that's kind of like if anyone's Joy's around, I can play with her. I'm not really too worried about the story or it's a multiplayer game to play with other people or something like that. But I mean, that's what I'd say. I mean, if especially because it's like I feel like there's some games you enjoy that are kind of being ruined because there are so many games that are fun. I just kind of look at it as there are a lot of fun games. I'm just gonna have to miss a few maybe. And just go, all right, maybe next year when there is like a dead spot, a couple months that are like there's nothing really exciting to play then I go play them. But I don't know.
That's the thing is, to me, it feels a little different because I do really want to play some of these games. And to me, it's more like saying, well, instead of driving the RAV4 or the Spider, like instead of alternating between those all the time, why don't you just pick one and just drive that for a week? And I want to say, like, no, I love both of them. I want to drive both of them.
That's a little different, though. Because I'm not talking... You're talking 2 games. You're talking, like, 9 games you have. Well, I'm saying bring it down to, like, 2 or 3. Bring it down to a manageable, I think, series game. You're talking about 2 cars. I'm not talking about, like that. I'm talking about actually, like, bringing down 10, 15 games that you're, like, recording, doing. Go, all right, let me go down to manageable size. Let's do 3 or 4 games this month, and that's it. I'm just going to focus on these, do some really good videos.
If I could finish 1 game in a month, that would be amazing. Joel, part of the problem is I don't have that much gaming time. I really don't. It's not just a question of what do I want to spend my gaming time on. It's that there isn't enough to finish that many games. But there's normally a bunch of games I've installed that are multiplayer in some aspects, so I keep them installed for when people want to play them because I've got the space on the drive. It's no big deal to leave it installed. I normally only have a couple single-player games I'm really focused on at any one time. Right now, it's just Deus Ex: Mankind Divided that I'm actually playing as a single-player game right now, and there are a couple and a secret game, and then there are a couple little others that are kind of on the side. That's it. Every once in a while I hop in and mess around with, but I'm thinking I'm going to finish Deus Ex, and then the next one's going to be Forza Horizon 3, which is going to be co-op and single-player, and I'm excited to play that with the group.
Would it ever be helpful to even with Doom, right? So I mean, you played a bunch of hours in that. Like, how are you not finished with that? You know what I mean? Like, because you seem so excited with it.
Because they lost my save. By the hours I've played in it, I would have beaten it by this point.
You know what I would do?
Just after the second time it happened, I was like, I don't know if I can right now. I don't know if I can go back and restart it again.
Let me just pull up Tony Robbins for you. Stand up on your seat right now. Press that delete button, and it's gone. You're unshackled.
No, but I don't feel shackled to it though. I mean, I really like.
Do you? But do you though?
I really don't feel shackled to it.
But like, is it one of those things where like, oh, I could finish it over the next 4 years, and that's fine?
No, it's not that. It's when it deleted my save the second time, I thought, okay,
yeah,
I'm not in the mood to do this right now. I'm gonna wait, and then probably like one long weekend, I'll just power all the way through it before it has the chance to delete my save. I'm just gonna like go straight through. I definitely want to come back and play
from the start again. You're gonna replay from the start.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to.
Okay,
it's not really a choice.
Oh man,
but a lot of it, I could speed run the first like 5 or 6 levels.
Well, then what about this advice for some other games? You're like, you know what? I mean, I really can't.
I'll make some decisions right here on the podcast. Let's do it.
Okay,
let's do it. Just Cause 3. It's too late.
Because I deleted Just Cause 3 and I said, you know what? I really enjoyed it, and honestly, if I had it installed still, I would enjoy playing it. But I'm like, I'm really enjoying Fallout, and if I decide to play Just Cause 3 now, I'm probably not gonna. It's gonna be even harder to swing between these 2 games that I'm really enjoying. So I just said, you know what? I'm deleting Just Cause 3. Maybe next year at some point I'm like, hey, I have some time to get back into it because no other game's out that I'm really excited I'm already done. I'll jump back into it. But the idea of having something deleted for me really makes me feel unshackled from even thinking about it. That's
Joel's word of the night is
shackles. Got shackles and chains on the mind. Joel, like, it makes me feel like I'm not being whipped. I'm not being whipped by it anymore. I'm not tied up to its walls, being tickled.
I was listening. There was a radio show called Unshackled, and I think that's why I have the name in that word.
Okay.
Anyways, but
so I just deleted Just Cause 3. I'm deleting Squad right now. We're never gonna get back.
Nice.
To it, Dave.
Just get rid of that.
I played Squad.
You can always install it. You can always install it if you really want to. That's another reason why I have things uninstalled, is because it's one of those things where I'm like, when I have it installed, it makes it harder for me to decide, oh, what game do I want to play? Well, I have like 15 games installed. It's like, crap. Well, now when I literally only have 3 games installed, those are my choices. Like, so the spur of the moment playing a game, I can only choose those 3. Yeah, I could choose another one, but I'm going to have to wait like 5 hours or 3 hours for it to download. So it's not only because it's just Daisy and, you know, is pissed off by it. It's more of like, it's also just getting that, it's like, I don't know, getting the temptation of way of playing it. Because even on my PS4, the reason why I delete certain games on there, I only have a few on there, is because I would get on PS4 and none of the games are launched, right? If I have a game in standby, that's the game I'm playing, okay? It's seriously, I mean, that's just how it works. But if there's not a game, I'm like, oh, okay, do I want to play Witcher? Then I'm thinking, okay, I got to get to the load screen. I got to figure out where I'm at, you know, what's going on in the story. That's about a good 20 minutes, even just trying to getting back into the rhythm of playing the game. Fallout, okay, I got to figure out where am I in the game. You know, all right, Deus Ex. Deus Ex has kind of been much easier to jump into game because I'm so in love with the fact that it's not a huge open world game. It's just like, I feel like it's manageable. It's bite-sized, but it's really good. So I can jump in and I know exactly where to go. But that's why I keep it down minimal while I'm playing a game that I really enjoy, because I'm not tempted to go play any other game, because I essentially cannot, in a way, unless I want to download it in 3 hours or something. So that's
Joel,
just,
you know
that's
what
kind
I
of my
played
thought
yesterday?
process. What?
I had about 45 minutes of time, no recording to do. I was going to go for a run, was waiting for it to cool off a little bit. I sat down and played about 50 minutes of the Grand Theft Auto 5 campaign.
What?
It's
just so random.
I think now on
Joel,
the last...
it came out 3 years ago. It came out October of 2013. We drove to that Walmart.
Well,
Sorry,
I was going to
Dave.
wait for the PC version, the True Edition.
Right,
They finished
okay.
the game.
Yeah, Joel and I really hated it on the last gen consoles. We just couldn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I really hated those 20 hours I played on Joel's PS4. Disgusting.
Dave, our friend Eric, I remember playing with him and Pierce from work so much of that game on 360. Eric wasn't married then. He's now married and he has a kid.
Yep.
That's why, I'm like, Grand Theft Auto, I'm like, what is that game?
I chose my heist numbers for what I think is the last heist. We'll see. But where I'm at with GTA 5, I'm in the same boat with, not quite, of course, the level of Witcher 3 and stuff like that, but I do want to experience everything because I really enjoy the game. And the GTA series has always been one that I can just wander in, right? Like, I'm working on the main campaign right now, but in the process of like setting up the final heist, I got like a phone call, like a little side mission. I went out and did that, and then I harassed people with a police car for a while. Like, I'm not in any kind of rush to play it, and it may take me another 6 months to beat the single player campaign, and
It'll
okay
take
with
you
that.
easily another 2 years, I think.
But I'm honestly fine with that.
that's
Like
fine.
I'd rather just play things that I really enjoy at my own pace and just absorb them, and I'm gonna miss out on other stuff.
Well, the thing is, that's exactly what I do too.
Yeah.
I guess just what I do, like someone said, use lists. The problem with lists for me is I hate feeling beholden that I have to do this, then I do this, and that's coming next. I just go,
Joel,
yeah, it's coming down the pipeline, but like I want to be able to focus on the game I'm playing, like Dark Souls. That's all. Like the reason why I love Dark Souls and like when it comes out is I say I'm not playing anything else because I just want to absorb that game, get into it as deep as possible, pretty much. Play with John. We're gonna be on every freaking night for hours, and then after 2 months, we're done. We're done. And then whenever the DLC is, repeat again. But it's like, okay, I play this, then I gotta check it off. Because checking it off always feels like, all right, did I finish everything? No, I want to play till I'm done with it. I feel like I'm done, and then I'll choose whatever next. But having stuff like having options in front of me can generally have a problem. Okay, think of like from Netflix. How many times have you gone on Netflix and go, what do you want to watch? What movie? And you just sitting there, you're like, I'm flicking through like for like 10 minutes looking at a movie, you know, like what to decide.
Actually, so mine's the opposite
it
problem.
can kind of turn into that.
I never do that on Netflix, but my Netflix list of stuff that I've saved that I know I want to watch is impossibly long, and our Plex server of movies that we want to watch is impossibly long. And it's not like junk movie. Well, I mean, there's probably some junk in there, but like it's movies like I really do want to watch. It's just there's only so many hours in the day thing. And it's such a spoiled, entitled position we get to be in where like there's literally AAA content on every corner, and I don't have enough life left to experience it all. Like, think of what a ridiculous situation that is to be in. And it's okay. That's okay. I don't plan on experiencing it all. But there are about 20 cars I want to own. Unrelated topic.
Ooh, I know that feeling.
But for guns.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I
that's
don't care about cars.
like Dave with Amnesia.
Yeah.
Why don't you just let go of them just delete them. You can install them in like 2 minutes. They're super small games.
The first one's not installed. I think you convinced me to install the second one.
I really wanted you to play that. I mean, like, but I know you're never playing that for a freaking long time, if ever. Just delete it, and then your mind is like, you know what? I don't have to think about it again. And if there's ever a time that you are thinking about it, you might do it. Okay, well, that's good. I don't know.
Installing it now.
I mean, again, that's why like when you like when new games come out, oh, Joel has the new game. Well, the reason why I get it is because I'm also judging out my time. I've been waiting for the game for a very long time. That's when I plan to play it, when it's out, when it's new, because there's already so many other games coming down the pipeline that I'm like, hey, I actually have time for this. I'm buying it. I'm going to play it. I'm done. So
yeah,
that's just how I think. So, but I mean, again with you, I don't want you to rush any of your games because you're really enjoying it. Same with Jeremiah if he has.
It's so funny how it works for even like multiplayer games and stuff like that. I guess it was probably back in June now. Jeremiah was our last Division night, right? Like at that point.
Was that June?
I think it was June.
Oh, wow.
At that point, I hadn't played for probably 6 weeks or so, but someone's like, hey, you guys want to do some Division missions? And I was like, yeah, sure. And we played for a couple hours and it was great. And I'll do the same probably this month sometime. I've been waiting for some patches and stuff to drop, but like for games again that I really enjoy in Division, I enjoy quite a bit. I really don't mind dropping them and then picking them up again. Even though other stuff does fall by the wayside in the meantime.
I just had an interesting analogy for I think our problem here that could be. It reminds me like, and I bet I'm curious. I don't think Jeremiah does this as much in games, but I know Dave does. Is collect every special potion or every like thing that's like,
I don't do that.
Oh, this is really special. I better save it for later. Never ever use it. Never, not once.
I used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You used to do that. Are you now using those potions?
I'm not saying I never do it anymore, but I do it a lot less. Like that's in games now, I will start spending gold like around the 2/3 mark in the game because I want to like see what everything there is to offer. Instead of just hoarding everything. So I'm getting away from that a little bit. Not entirely, but a little bit compared to how it used to be.
But like, if you look at, I guess, logic and the thing is, how many games have you played? You realize, oh, I've got like $1 trillion in gold at the end. Like I didn't do anything with, or I had all those special potions I could have used earlier that I wanted to try out, but I was too nervous. I think that even with games is like, I would say don't like stress out thinking like, oh, I got to get to every single game. Because you already know you can't. You simply can't. You know what I mean? So, and I'd say, you know, if that does stress you out, like, get rid of them. Just say, you know what? If this game is really fun you're on right now, play it until you beat it, and then decide once that's done. You know what I mean?
I think, Joel, that's where I differ on the issue, is that, like, it really doesn't bother me at all. Like, it's a fun thing to talk about tonight, but looking back, like, I just go at my own pace, and that's just how it is. I got to thinking, looking at tonight's topic, looking over the last few months, I'm kind of also in the same boat as Jeremiah, where especially this summer, I've had a really hard time setting aside specifically just gaming time. It's been a really busy year for working on the house remodel. So like even weeknights, you know, I'm spending hours sanding, sheetrock and stuff like that, and you know, working on the front porch, and there's just tons of work to do. And so I have even less game time. So time is passing, like entertainment wise, faster than I even realized. Thinking about tonight's topic, I was like, what games have I started and then dropped like just this summer while I've been so busy working on other stuff? And I was like, oh man, I got a press code for We Happy Few, and I was so excited for that game. When it came out that Tuesday, I played like 3.5 hours, did I think one video on it, loved the game, and I was like, I just crossed that one bridge in We Happy Few, and I was like, I gotta keep going, this is awesome, I wanna see what's past the first bridge. And I was like, wait, that was the last week of July. Like, I feel like that was just yesterday, but I'm playing so many things that I really get lost in that I'm just totally fine to just keep rocking at my own pace, which is very, very slow. But it's just how I am. Like, I really enjoy stuff, but I enjoy it slowly.
And we asked on Twitter, what games have you guys tried to play, but you can't get back to them because of all the other great games that have come out this year? And Justin from the Dollarwise Gamers said No Man's Sky, Doom, Fallout 4, and Stardew Valley. Izzy DeMonk said City Skylines. I have a save game that hasn't been touched for at least 8 months. That's kind of me for City Skylines. So I've been doing this thing where I'm waking up early-ish and getting a book and sitting down with a coffee and a banana and a book and reading for 25, 30 minutes before I get into the day, which I really like. Awesome. Well, I've had this very nice reading chair for like 5 4 years.
Ooh,
and
are you using the reading chair for coffee and reading in the morning?
I am now.
Ooh.
It's a really good chair. It's just been very underutilized the entire time I've owned it. But now part of me is also thinking, like, maybe some days I'll switch it up and just fire up City Skylines and just have my coffee and just do my city planning, just laying those roads down. No?
Don't do that, because City Skylines, like 25 minutes, that's where you like put on fast forward and look at what you're going to do for the day before you spend 6 hours playing it, because there's always 10 more things to do in a city builder. Don't start your morning out with a city builder. Don't do it.
Okay, all right. Well, now I've been warned.
Speak from experience.
And Patrick S. said, not gonna lie, it's hands down Shadow of Mordor. I have yet to get back to it yet. I've yet to get back to it. He said it correctly. I said it wrong.
Actually, in some cases, now that he mentioned Shadow of Mordor, Joel, this is for you. There's some things I really enjoy, like I said, at my own pace. However, I think my 33 hours in Shadow of Mordor were great. It lost me the second half. I'm deleting it right now. I'm done. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Now
Like,
we
got a breakthrough here, boys.
But see, that doesn't apply to most of the games I play. But I think in this case, I really enjoyed that time. But when it stopped, I was like, I'm done. In that case, I can kind of recognize, I'm done. Alien Isolation will be beaten before I retire.
Ooh,
maybe after.
I just realized I have a steering wheel for playing dirt. I just remember I haven't played it for so long. I'm like playing with something on my feet. I'm like, wait a second, that's the pedals. Oh yeah, I can't wait to play that again.
Joel used that for like 5 weeks.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, I got busy. But
I will say,
I'm excited to.
We're going to transition into what are you playing this week, but I think we've really pretty thoroughly covered that. The only thing Joel hasn't really talked about Deus Ex Mankind Divided in a while, and I haven't talked about the Forza Horizon 3 demo. So Joel, what have you been playing this week?
A lot of Fallout, honestly. And listening to sweet 40s music. And then playing a lot of Deus Ex. Loving it. Like, it is so much fun. Love the controls. And it's just like, I don't know, it's giving me Soma vibes in the sense of like, all right, this is manageable. Like, you go here, you do this, you explore. But like, honestly, like, it's hard for me to play two open world, like, giant open world games at the same time. It's funny, as much as Witcher 3 is an open world game, I really don't consider it much of an open world game. It's weird how I think, but it just doesn't feel like it as much, because I feel like I know exactly where I'm going and there, you know, and then I just do it. But like Fallout feels like can kind of feel really overwhelming. But Deus Ex is like that perfect fit right now that I'm just like, I'm enjoying this. Like I've done every single quest I found so far. I'm really progressing to the story. I think I'm probably about 12 or 13 hours in. No, actually might be more, maybe about 15 hours in. I just love the music and the dialogue choices and stuff. It's really fun.
Nice. Dave,
what do you
anything to talk about the Grand Theft Auto campaign that you didn't mention already?
No, I just already mentioned that that's my unusual game. Outside of that, because I am so busy this week, as usual, it's just Witcher and Fallout, which I'm still absolutely loving. So, and man, I rabbit trail so much in GTA 5. Like, I did the main quest stuff. I keep calling it quest. Main story stuff for like all of 15 minutes. Like, I went right into a cutscene, chose all my heist people, walked outside, and rabbit trailed for 30 minutes, and then was done for that session. Like, it's so slow. I love it though. I'm so immersed.
So I've been playing the Forza Horizon 3 demo. It came out on the Xbox. We're not getting a PC demo until after release, but I was going to get the game regardless on Xbox, so getting the PC version is kind of like a bonus, and if it runs well, I'm only going to be playing that version probably until I set up the driving sim rig and can move the Xbox in there. But Forza Horizon 3 is really good so far. The demo is only a few races, a few cars you can pick from, no car tweaking. You can do some handling stuff, but nothing significant. But it's really good. The Australian outback is gorgeously rendered. And it's not just the outback. I mean, there's like rainforest looking stuff and cities and all kinds of things. And it is probably the best looking Xbox One game I've seen. It's amazing how good it looks on Xbox. The only rough spots are there's a little bit of shadow pop in on foliage, and there's a little bit of like foliage pop in, which is true of every open world game, even on PC. I mean, The Witcher 3 and Grand Theft Auto 5 have that as well, so that's not that rare. And then there's like a very few rough edges, like the reflections are a little low res. There's a little bit of aliasing, but it looks significantly better than Forza 6 and Forza Horizon 2, and it runs perfect. The frame rate does not waver the entire time. So and the gameplay is super fun so far. The handling model feels like it's gotten some good tweaks. And there's just a bunch of little things they've done. This is the first time this has ever happened in a game. They asked me, based on my gamer tag, they try to guess what name I might have. And so they just brought up the J section, and Jeremiah was an option, and I clicked on it, and they recorded the voice for Jeremiah, and the person in game calls me Jeremiah. That has literally never happened in any video game. They've never had my name.
That's
already
really cool.
I was like, ooh.
Special treatment.
Yeah, but Playground
I wanted to
Games
ask,
knocked it out of the park. So far with the demo.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Were you going to play the crew at all now that it's free to play?
No, I played the demo. At the risk of sounding like a douche, that's a casual racing game. It's way more of the social, Ubisoft social stuff, and the driving's an afterthought. The driving's not fun. I played the demo, and it was our open beta, I think. It was not fun at all.
I feel like Dave would enjoy Dirt with us, actually.
I would.
Dave
if he had
would
time,
probably enjoy Dirt once he got the learning curve. It's fun now that we got past the learning curve. Remember the first night we were both like just sliding off the road all the time, or driving at like
he did really
40 miles
good.
an hour.
He did really good.
Oh, you've already played it.
I did a race at Joel's house, and I think I didn't even spin out once. I went off the road like twice, but I finished the race.
Oh, nice.
I was driving really conservatively, so I probably went kind of slow, but I wasn't like spinning and flipping and going crazy.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
I think Dave would do really good.
Cool. I've forgotten that you'd already tried it before. But anyway, it's now time for the news.
News time!
Our first news item, Dean Hall's talking about a new game, and it's not DayZ. And it's not,
what?
And it's not Ion, which is the
He
last
doesn't work
game.
for Bohemia anymore, Joel.
Yeah.
I know, but he shouldn't work for
himself?
Yeah.
He should never work again.
All right, Joe, I'm not really on your side
Is
on
this
that one.
is this on top of the space game he's already making?
Right, Ion is the space game. Well, he revealed it at E3 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. We haven't really heard much since then. You don't want to call him the new Peter Molyneux, but he does talk about a lot of things. But anyway, so Dean Hall has revealed he's working on a new multiplayer game. He said, what I will say is it's multiplayer. We're really drawing a line in the sand here and saying that's where we want to be planting our flag in the ground. Next to the line drawn in the sand, I guess. Carving out new territory in terms of new multiplayer genres or repurposing different parts of other genres. So he said absolutely nothing other than he's working on a new multiplayer game, and it's not Ion. He said, I think a lot of people...
sorry.
I think a lot of people, when they hear about it, they'll think it's a niche game, but a lot of people would have said that about DayZ, he said, which is very fair.
I mean, if he's good at just kind of starting ideas, then that's what I'd say he's, I guess, good for.
Yeah, honestly, I
that's
expect
what
more
he's good for. Oh,
I mean, he is good for. I mean, he's good for starting ideas and stuff like that. I mean, it has not even nothing to do with him just leaving. It's more of like, what the crap? Like, I feel like he just starts so many games.
Well, this would be the third one that technically hasn't been finished yet either. So I guess there's something to that.
Yeah,
his finish to start ratio is not fantastic.
His VR game, the tower defense one, just came out of early access this week. It's launched.
Oh, there's a fourth game.
Yeah, they did a little VR game.
Oh, he's currently batting 25% then. 25%.
I was going to say, though, expect more of this because he founded a studio. I think he's got 25 or so employees now, and they're working with other studios in the UK and stuff like that. So the space game is actually only half their studio. It's half of this one from the UK, too. So I think he is kind of just an entrepreneur at this point, launching stuff to see what sticks. So I expect to hear more announcements from Dean Hall Studio for sure.
I expect to see a lot more early access stuff. Dave, what do you got for us this week?
It sounds like Bethesda has not quite given up on PS4 mods for Fallout 4. They said on Twitter this week that Sony was unable to approve user mods the way they should work, which sounds like users just pick what they want. But Pete Hines said, we can't get into specifics, but we still want mod support of some kind out on PS4. So maybe we'll get like what's the word I'm looking for? A curated system or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they would just release a DLC pack where they take a bunch of popular mods, get permission, and repackage them and release them, something like that.
Yeah, I hope it works out because it sounds like it's kind of just upsetting everybody involved. Like it just seems like it's kind of a miserable situation that No one wants to give ground.
As a reminder, guys, this is why you don't pay for games that haven't been delivered. Because sometimes parts don't get delivered.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nobody's fault. And sometimes it is.
And they also
everyone's fault.
They also doubled down on that there will be no more Fallout 4 DLC, which is sad, but I think
I mean, it's time. They got to move on to something else.
Yeah. Nuka World was a pretty strong finish.
Actually,
so there's
I'm
that.
impressed that they released the game and then got all their DLC out within 1 calendar year. I mean, that's a lot of games take 18 months or so to do it.
A lot of workshop DLC. A lot of workshop DLC. But
what do you mean?
Like just settlement stuff. The only 2 story DLCs were Far Harbor and Nuka World, but they were good sized.
Yeah,
so.
and they still.
You gotta be careful. What are you
all.
comparing it to? I mean, Fallout 3 had 3, I believe. It had Mothership Zeta. It had the Antarctica one. That one was literally like 6 hours maybe total.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it had Fallout or something far out Lookout Point or Point Lookout, and that was easily probably a good 25 hours, 25 30 hours. That was pretty big. New Vegas.
I forgot about the Mechanist completely. I actually was very
Mechanist,
surprised by that. That was fantastic.
I would have paid
Short, but
$60 for the Nuka World. I'm loving it so much. I already have 26 hours in the game. I love it.
Joel, my nightmare is that one day some executive's going to get like the ability to just hear you talking about what you'd pay money for, and just like it becomes like a legal contract, and you just go broke because it's like oh, delicious cold LaCroix straight from the convenience store. $100. Like, I pay $100 for this fresh LaCroix. Executive in a suit just shows up. Good.
It's got a lot of hours, Dave. You have so many freaking hours left in the game because you are just building.
Totally, yeah.
So there is a lot. There's a ton. So I guess I'm kind of, I don't want to hear any complaining about the Fallout DC because there's so much of it. There's definitely good complaining about why like Far Harbor was shite running on the PS4. It was terrible. But everything else, the main game ran perfect on my PS4. I had no problems. It ran really smooth. This new Nuka World is running really smooth for you. I'm having no problems. So,
yeah, I'm not saying that I'm complaining about the Season Pass. I think it's more just that I think that this is one of their best Fallout platforms they've had so far compared to 3 in New Vegas. And it would have been cool to see more just because there was a lot of potential there. I'm not saying what we have is bad. I'm just saying I'm surprised to see them kind of move on so quickly, it seems like. This is my only point.
Dave, what do you got for us about the Battlefield 1 beta?
Joel, did you hear about the Battlefield 1 beta post facts from EA they announced today? Like, just
I saw it. I didn't look at it though.
This is kind of fun. Biggest beta in EA history. 13.2 million total players across all platforms. I like how they actually have like World War I facts in with this. That 13.2 million is more than double the strength of the British and Ottoman Empire's deployed forces in the Middle East during World War I. 28.9 million melee kills, 13 million kills with a train, choo-choo, 23.8 million road kills. That is pretty wild to think about, because I didn't see too many road kills during my time in the beta. I did some on my own.
I killed like 8 or 9 people at least by road killing.
Okay.
You're the one getting all those millions.
Bringing the curve up.
And 62 million horse kills, which makes a little bit more sense.
Now, because it seemed like every time you turn around, you see someone on a horse, you're like, oh, man. And they just ride towards you and you're dead. Like, that's it. You're dead. That sword has like a lock on it or something. Congrats
to DICE and EA for the successful beta. I think they've got a winning product on their hands here.
Please.
Times.
If it could work on release, that'd be awesome, guys. That'd be super awesome. Speaking of games that worked on release, only they didn't. As a possible last, we're really sorry, guys. Please buy the next game. All Battlefield 4 expansions are free on all platforms until September 19th. So if you've been waiting to pick up Battlefield 4 and have skipped all the previous $5 sales, now would be a good time to grab it. And then all the DLC you can get for free until September 19th.
Yeah. Or if...
Can I get my save files back for free?
Or if maybe you got your good friend, copy of the season pass, and then he never played it, maybe you can get your other friends to play it now that it's all free instead.
No, I'm not going to hop into Battlefield 4 now. Battlefield 1's coming out soon.
It's all Joel's fault still.
Oh, I'm sure. And then next bit of news, South Park, The Fractured But Whole, it's been delayed. Yes, that's the joke, Joel. I see his... Dude, the first, 5 times I heard the name...
I thought wrong, though.
I thought it really was The Fractured Butthole. But it really is The Fractured Butthole. hole. It's hard to say that. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's been delayed. It's been delayed till Q1 2017 on the UB blog. They said the development team wants to make sure the game experience meets the high expectations of fans, and the additional time will help them achieve this goal. So they kind of pushed it back kind of last minute, and they didn't commit to a date. They just said Q1 2017. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't mean the game's in rough shape, because the first one was good, and I didn't play it, but everybody said it was good. So I assume the game was good, and it ran pretty well, and everything seemed fine. So hopefully this one comes out and people like it. And then lastly, Valve has banned 11,000 Counter-Strike Go cheaters. 11,000. I'm sure all of them, it was just their friend playing, or they just wanted to see how
He was my little brother.
They just wanted to see how the mods worked. They were just curious, and it's my game. I should be able to do whatever I want with it. But good job. Thank you, Valve. Thank you for banning all those players.
That's some good news to end the week on.
It is some great news to end the week on. But now, before we really end the podcast, we have to do 90 Seconds with Joel, where Joel updates us on Norman and then that book he's reading.
Mm.
Which one are you more excited about, Joel?
Ooh, Chimera, of course. No, yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. Went over to Jeremiah's house and Jeremiah and John's house, and Jeremiah has a huge projector screen, and we got to kind of watch through lots of visual effects shots with the visual artists and stuff, and do a lot of note taking, a lot of just finalizing, double checking things, and it was honestly a blast. A lot of one of my best friends, Ben, he came over. He hasn't seen it for probably about 2.5 years, so it was really good to have him see it again and kind of just for the first time again. It had a lot of music and some rough audio in it, but it was just mostly for visual effects. Yeah, but we just had a really fun time just kind of looking through it, and they saw a lot of things that I missed, even just when visual effects that they're tweaking, because they've done so much work for the last 2.5 years working on visual effects on it, and we're really, really close to finishing up. So it's just kind of polishing. There's so many shots, and the movie is really complicated to get certain things right. So it's hard to keep track of a lot of it. So we're doing our best, and so we're slowly whittling away at it, and we're really close. I'd say we're like 95% done with it. There's just a few small little, odds and ends of things to kind of correct or tweak or make sure the tracking is right and stuff like that. So, but it was a blast, and it looked great on the screen. It looked really, really good on the screen. So
nice,
because I can't wait to see it on a legit theater screen to see, like, is it going to hold up well? Is it going to look okay? Is it going to be passable? Is it going to feel like a movie and stuff? And so even uncolored, just kind of raw footage and stuff.
I think it held up really well on the screen.
Yeah.
There was a couple shots you can tell some of the earlier ones, like they're a little grainy, they're a little noisy, but the overall look was pretty good. And like, we've watched some very good looking movies on there, and like I would say it looks solidly mid-pack. There are movies that they miss a lot of focus, they're really soft and stuff, and yours was not one of those. Like it was pretty good. So
that's going to be fun. And then a couple days ago, I finished the people who backed Norman on Kickstarter. There's various different packages and awards and things like that. And one of them, I think it was for $150. I think 10 or 12 people backed that, which was really awesome. And I said I was going to make a Norman like collector's booklet. It's not just kind of having stories about making the movie and some photos, because Jeremiah and my buddy Zach took lots of photos from various days whenever they were on set, and they were able to help out. Really gorgeous photos, and so I wanted to be able to use that. And so it was going to start as like kind of honestly like a DVD insert. That's what I was thinking, like 8, 9, 10 pages. But it's now like 84 pages, and it looks really good. But I got a whole bunch of them ordered, and I'm just starting to ship them out to people. It's really cool. Like it looks really, really, really nice. So I'm excited. So I gave the first one away today to Zach and Bethany. So
I'm really impressed. How many iPhone pictures ended up in there?
There's
at least
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I'm really impressed they held up. Like
yeah.
When I saw them printed, even the smaller version of the book, I was like, huh, that's actually not bad. Especially because I did a really quick edit in the phone and then exported them to Dropbox. Like they weren't even high quality exports, but it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see. I've been meaning to print out pictures for so long. I want to make like a photo book of just pictures I like, and seeing all those in print made me think like, dang, I really ought to get on that. It's just something different, about holding in your hand and flipping through them.
Yeah,
so I'm really excited to see them in the bigger book, because I think I looked at your last one; it was a smaller smaller one. And
yeah, I'll definitely get you guys a copy. But
well,
yeah, I'm excited to ship
I'll
those
just
out.
borrow yours. That's fine. I mean, I didn't kickstart at that level, so I'll just borrow it.
Well, I didn't say I was giving you for free. I just said I'll get you one. You know,
you'll get me
for
one.
a fee.
Okay, and then with a bill like tucked into it.
But yeah, that was fun. I think the other little thing I did is I got to go to a Comic-Con and sell the Nebula, and that was fun. And one of my crowning achievements was, I told Jeremiah this, there was some guy walking over and he was looking at the table and he was just like, kind of like, what is this, you know? And I was just like, excuse me, sir, would you like a good slap to the face? And the guy's like, like taken off guard, and then like walks over closer. He's like, I mean, just as much as the next man, I guess. And then like 10 seconds later, he bought the game. He was like sold, but it was so funny. I was like, yes, I just bought a game by making fun of some person.
It's your dream, Joel.
Yeah. We sold 35 copies. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
It was interesting. What's strange is the people you would not expect to buy it. Like you see people come by that look like they're just pissed and just hate the world, and they're like looking at it like, all right, I'll buy one. Like, you're just like, what? Really now? Like, it's probably not for you, but it's like, yeah, I really like sarcasm. It's really funny. So I'm like, wait, are you being sarcastic right now? Because like, I don't know, you're just really timid and stuff. And other people who laugh a lot, then they're like, they pass on. But it's funny that the people who you just wouldn't expect, like, just wouldn't peg you for like, that's hilarious. It's like, all right. All right, would you guys like to hear a page or two of Chimera?
Absolutely.
Well, I haven't read too much lately. I've read about 4 pages. It's just slow going, but I'm on page 60. Oh man, this is great. So I'll just start. Because you love the fox, Jewel said. Because you can afford to love him. And you can't afford love? David's eyes pinned her. She looked away, angry all over again, because that was not the issue. You started this, she said bitterly. You and your desert. I don't understand. That's the next line. Neither do I, all right. She had shut yesterday behind a thick door. Somehow his desert had...
Are you capable of saying thick without adding that?
Somehow his desert had opened it. I think you'd better go. She handed him back the plate. Thank you for the food. Excuse me? The house intoned. A Susanna Walsh-Reyna is calling. Shall I put the call on screen? Susanna Walsh-Reyna. Jewel felt a rush of giddiness, as if the floor had moved beneath her feet, as if Erebus were erupting. Linda's daughter. Something had happened to Linda. Dear God, how could anything go wrong with all the hardware Linda carried? How had she gotten Jewel's address? It couldn't be her. Yes. Jewel heard a voice say, her voice, but so strange that she wondered if the house would ID it. Put her on screen. The face on the terminal screen shocked her. She had been expecting a child, but the thin girl who faced her was 15, maybe 16. Had it been that long? She was dangerously tan. What does that even mean? Like it's like, you should go get serious help. This is not good. Like, you're burning. Gosh, her face slashed with a diagonal band of white untanned skin. Turf mark. Burbs kid. Her coppery hair was pulled tightly back across her skull.
Somebody got a thesaurus. That's what happened.
So I know, across her skull and bunched into wired braids at the back of her neck. They fanned out in stiff loops, accentuating her jutting cheekbones in the hollows of her face. She looked like Linda. Aunt Jewel, she didn't smile. You got to come back. What? The words made no sense, none at all. What do you mean? What do you want? Jewel groped for words. I swear, gosh, this is the most frustrating thing to read. Where's Linda? Home, Susanna said coldly. I wanted to look at you, and the house isn't wired for visuals, remember? This access costs, lady, so listen. Carl got hit by a car. He can't walk, and Linda's coming unglued. She's losing it fast. Do you read me? She needs help, but she won't ask, so I'm doing it. Help? Linda had been the strong one, the rescuer. Carl paralyzed. He had been the reason they drifted apart. Jewel shook her head, not really able to comprehend it. Linda was part of memory, part of yesterday. A shadow from that desert? You mean money, right? You're asking me for money.
Well,
that is one damn page. This is why. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's one damn
nodded
page.
In and out several times, and then kept thinking like, "There's too many. They're using too many words." Like,
It's the most. I don't know. It's kind of like, hey Dave, would you mind extending out and groping the door open for me? It's like, huh?
Yeah, like
did you need to say it that way? Like,
Yeah.
people don't say things like that.
It's like someone's mad-libbing a novel.
Yeah. Oh
Joel,
gosh.
I feel like the weird voices you do as you change characters is actually what the author like had in her head when she wrote it.
Yeah, it's
Man.
really bad.
I feel
Well, with that,
disgusting.
guys, it's time to wind the podcast down. You can follow us on Twitter at Casual Shenanigans. You can write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com to let us know what you thought about the main topic or write in with your tech questions for the CS Tech Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, and any personal shout-outs you want to give, Dave?
Not at all.
I don't think I have anything either. This podcast is coming in at a nice trim, about an hour and 5 minutes. So you guys listening to this, have you liked the last 2 episodes that have been nice, short, and trim, or did you really miss the long rabbit trailing episodes when we have nothing going on that week and we can just shoot the crap for a long time? It doesn't matter because we're going to do whatever works each week, but it's sometimes nice to know. But other than that, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And as always, don't put the brakes on the shenanigans train. Choo-choo!